video we made for Wuthering Heights was probably amongst the first ever made, certainly here in this country, in terms of a video. And I was very influenced at that time still by Lindsay Kemp, so it was very much the dance influence that I was expressing. So it was really working out choreography that would just look interesting, that would kind of create a persona of Cathy. Well, I'm not actually a big Emily Bronte fan. A lot of people think I am, they presume I am. It goes with this whole preconception they have of me as a sort of big Bronte fan, a Tolkien fan, the pre-Raphaelite lady, which I think is actually a very big misconception. For me, Wuthering Heights is the ultimate love story. We just cannot get beyond the passion that they cover there. You know, it's a love affair that they will not be stopped by nature's boundaries. I only actually toured once, 10 years ago, 79, and we toured England and Europe. I've never done anything like that before. I'm not a performer, I'm not someone who's grown up playing around clubs or pubs and then becomes a recording artist. I'm someone who from a young age wrote songs and then gradually learnt to sing, and then gradually there I was in the studio, and then it's all sort of an unfolding process for me. We wanted to do something special, and I guess really because of my influences from people like Lindsay Kemp, we wanted to make it kind of theatrical, and so it would incorporate lots of different things like dance, and we had a magician, and we had some poetry, and just all different elements thrown together, and it had a kind of a circus feel. In terms of what we were doing then, it was very experimental. I mean, apart from musicals or opera productions, it was kind of unheard of to involve so many elements. What I needed was a microphone that I didn't have to hold, because we wanted to do dance that involved two other dancers, so I'd be lifted and we could run across the stage, and holding a microphone was very inhibiting. So the sound guy that we had for the tour, I said to him, I want you to invent a microphone for me that I don't have to carry. So he basically invented the radio mics that you see now, but he made it out of a coat hanger. So he got an old coat hanger and kind of bent it into shape here, and then had this piece that came around here that the microphone was then put on, so it was just in front of the mouth. I still dream of walking on. I wake up crying. For me, what's important is writing songs, and it's just incredible how many things spin out of that. You know, the lyrics, being a singer, and then really by making videos it becomes an extension again of the song. And I suppose I've always been very interested in the visual side of things. I've always loved film. And it just seemed like a natural progression for me to get more and more involved in what I did musically and visually, because I made the first album and then I made the videos that went with it. So these are things that I've been doing for years now, and each time I've done them, I've become a bit more involved. I suppose my favourite ones are when it's a story though, because then it is like making a little film. Cloudbusting's about Wilhelm Reich, who was kind of remembered for work he did on orgone energy, and he had this thing called a cloudbuster, which was all tied in with orgone energy, but he could make it rain. When we were thinking about someone to play the part of the father, we just sort of instantly came up with Donald Sutherland, and everyone laughed because, you know, it's like, you know, he's one of the greatest actors in the world, really. And we jokingly thought, yeah, you know, Donald would be great. So we did actually approach his agent, who immediately said no, he couldn't because he's just too busy. But a friend of ours knew a friend of his who asked him, and he gave us 3 days of his time in between shooting 2 other films. And I still can't believe he did it. It was a wonderful thing for him to do, give us that time. Made it a very, very special thing for me.